My argument today is that AI governance is more important than AI itself. To some of you, this might be controversial, but bear with me because I'm going to explain it. I'll tell you why. Thank you very much. So, what do we mean by AI governance? I think that is where we should start from. We should start from what AI governance is, because when we know what AI governance is, that is when we know if it is actually important than AI itself. So, AI governance is a collection of policies, standard, accountability mechanism, legal framework, everything that ensure that AI systems are used responsibly. So it contains and all the laws, everything. Let me give you an example. Let's compare an AI system to road traffic system. I believe we are all familiar with that. For you to drive, you need to do you need to pass your driving test. After passing your driving test, you need to what else do you need to do? You need to obey all the traffic laws. Before you put your car on the road, you need insurance. And after you've got your insurance on the road, we have various enforcement. Some road will be 30 mile an hour, others will be 70 mile an hour, and the likes. And if you go above the speed limit, you get a ticket. So that is accountability. And because of that, the road is safe for use. And the same principle applies to AI. For some of you that you live maybe in the UK and the US or in areas where road traffic is very important, you will not appreciate when if you live in an environment where where the road traffic is not well governed. You will understand what I'm talking about. So the same principles apply to AI. For AI to be useful, for us to get the best out of it, we must ensure that the right laws are in place, the right framework are in place, and the right bodies are in place to govern it. And one thing about this is that the technology alone cannot solve this. The mistake people make is that they think that software developers can do everything. No. One thing about the reason why the technology cannot do it is that people don't just obey the law. People obey the law because they don't want to witness the consequence of the law. That's why technology cannot solve it. Let's look at the past. Let's look at what has happened in the past. Social media was celebrated before we recognized its societal impacts. A lot of people were on Facebook, on Instagram, but a lot of things happen which is negative to the society. And that's why we see countries now, even some parents now don't want their kids on social media. We now have, is it Edinburgh City Council in Scotland? Now they are making a regulation that kids cannot even go to school with the phone. So after some time, the society recognized the impact of social media, and a lot of people are now putting guardrails in place. And that is one thing about technology. Because it is fast, sometimes it gets used before the governance catch up. Let's look at data collection. Also, we used to collect almost every type of data until we now have privacy concerns that have been understood. Now, when you are collecting personal data, you now have to you now have to follow GDPR. And GDPR itself, when is GDPR? GDPR only came in 2018. So data collection has been in place very long before we now have GDPR that is guiding data collection. So that is to say that all this technology come first before their before governance follow. And also, if you look at technology generally move faster than the institution that is governing it. And that is what has happened in this case of AI. The main thing that I would like us to take away from this is that technology creates capability and governance determines the consequences. If the capability that technology creates needs to be the right capability so that we don't get the wrong consequences. Because if technology creates positive capability, then the consequence of governance will be development for the community. But if it does it the other way around, then it becomes highly challenging.